up, everybody? Welcome back to the cow pasture. Me and producer are alive. We're back, baby.
We're back.
As you can tell, colors have changed. Patterns have changed. This is an all-new show. It is officially called Toro Talk. We are still out here in the cow pasture. We're still talking football. The only difference is we're talking about a football team that I'm actually the managing partner and team president for. What do you think about that?
Man, what a great opportunity. I'm happy just to be able to cover it.
Yeah, it's just one of them things where something happens, an opportunity presents itself, so here we are.
Yeah.
The San Antonio Snap Count is going to be the official home of Toro Talk. It's going to be us bringing you all the inside information for the San Antonio Toros. You want to know how we got the inside information? I am the inside information. Who's your source? I am the source. Producer is the source. Producer is officially taking over the San Antonio Snap Count. So if you guys check out our website at sasnapcount.com, producer's got articles he's writing on there. We're still doing the trivia game. We got a field goal kicking game on there. And all of our YouTube videos are also posted on there. So make sure to go to sasnapcount.com for all the latest Toros news. There'll also be other sports content on there besides just Toros. But this podcast here is Toro Talk. And so we're going to go ahead and just pop up our very first graphic. And that is correct. Toro Talk is your official podcast for your San Antonio Toros. Producer, what do you think is the biggest difference between podcasts we've done in the past and now being the official podcast for the San Antonio Toros?
Man. Well, you brought out the unique opportunity we have as far as inside information for the team. So, we're going to get information first on that. It's going to be presented here. But I just think it's going to be a unique opportunity. There's not many podcasts like this for teams where it's this in depth. And so, I don't know. I think
it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, we talked about just behind the scenes stuff. We talked about outsourcing this, getting another podcast group to do this for us. But, in the end, it was just, well, we've already been doing podcasting for 3 years. We're 100 episodes or more into this thing that we've been doing together off and on. And, why pay somebody to do something that you love doing? We're still going to be on other podcasts. We're still going to make players and coaches available for the podcast. We're not going to hoard all the content to ourselves. Nothing like that. We're the official podcast, and it's kind of cool also when you think about having a group of podcasters. Essentially, well, me and the other managing partner, Ace, as everybody knows him on socials, have been doing this together for a while. And it's kind of cool that we're now doing it. And I'll tell you this, Ace is the biggest critic we got to worry about. Everyone else, not that big of a deal, but we got to make sure this guy Ace is happy with our content. So if not, he'll be coming at me, Yeah. But in this episode, let's go ahead and get into it. This episode, we're going to talk about some of our player signings, give you a little behind the scenes for one of the event that we had, talk about what has led to some of these players getting signed. And we're going to kind of end the podcast after we talk about our current roster with events coming up for the San Antonio Toros here in the San Antonio market. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and move on down the line. So the San Antonio Toros make history. And it's super cool to be a little bitty piece of football history. We're doing something great down here. We're getting such a tremendous amount of support from all of our fellow football enthusiasts in the San Antonio area, as well as the businesses and sponsorship and all the community. Follow us on social media, COFL Toros on Twitter, COFL Toros, same on Facebook and all that, and Instagram. It's just amazing to see the positive impact we've had.
Yeah, the feedback, the community, everybody's come together, businesses. It's been amazing.
Yeah, and so we're going to get into the history. First of all, it is historical because if I was to ask you right now, who was the first player to ever play for the Dallas Cowboys? Who was the first player that they signed? Or even if I did it more in depth, who was the first player Jerry Jones signed when he took over the Cowboys, right? We don't know that off the top of our head. I don't know that off the top of my head, and I didn't Google it before this. But in this case, we know right off the top of our head, Wayne Ruby Jr. is the very first modern day San Antonio Toros signing we've ever had. The Toros have existed. We have history. We've owned the franchise, so we own that history. But this is modern history we're talking about here. So what do you think about Wayne Ruby Jr. being our first ever player?
What a signing. For somebody to be the first player that you sign, I mean, this guy is explosive. He's broken records. He holds records. Just the stuff that he's been able to accomplish on the field. Just a great player. Fits well within the air raid. Not only is he able to expand the field in so many ways, just the type of receiver he's going to be able to cover the middle. The routes he's going to be able to run. I'm really excited. I'm excited to see how he's utilized and how he fits in the air raid offense. But however he's chosen to be utilized, I think he's going to do amazing.
Over 5,600 yards in college, 74 touchdowns, 4-time All-Conference, 2-time unanimous All-American. I mean, this guy is the epitome of what Coach Stan Bedwell's looking for when it comes to this type of offense.
Yeah, I will tell you some of the things I appreciated about him as I looked him up and looked at some of the plays was his speed, his control of the ball, especially when he got into traffic contact after, his yards after contact, his crossing route ability, and his explosiveness. Just a great all-around player. And like I say, I think he's going to just fit in this offense great.
Yeah, you can see the graphic here. My boy Ace put together. The other thing is, too, about, owning the team and being team president and all this stuff. All these graphics are done in-house. We don't have to worry about anybody getting mad when we use them. That's the other thing. They're not going to be able to get after us.
Yeah.
But Stan Bedwell, when we talk to him, he's our head coach and our general manager. So he's fulfilling both roles for us. He's doing a phenomenal job. Let me tell you about Stan Bedwell is on the phone more than anybody that I have ever met in my entire life. This dude is constantly talking ball with players and other coaches. We got tons of cool stuff going on behind the scenes. Wait till you guys hear some of these coaching announcements that we got dropping. But in this case, Stan was asked what he thought about Ruby's fit on the field, and he says he's the perfect representation type of athlete that we want to build the Toros with. He had one of the best college careers in any receiver in history of the sport, and he has experience in the NFL and the CFL, which is huge for the Continental Football League because we're going to be playing by both rules, right? He's young, he's talented, he's wanting to prove himself. And this is my favorite part about Bedwell's comment here. We intend to help him do that while putting up big numbers along the way. Yeah. He's humble, team focused, and committed to doing things the right way. What better representation could we have for our first signing ever? I hope he doesn't feel any pressure, but he will always be the first player we signed to San Antonio.
Oh yeah, and a high bar to set, but a bar that I think that man can meet.
Hey, that's what we're talking about here. Next, we can't have a good wide receiver without a good quarterback, and Will Art definitely is that. Over 7,940 yards passing, 73 touchdowns, 91 total touchdowns. He's got a little bit of wheels on him. Yeah. Don't discredit this man. We watched the Rams game. If you everybody watch NFL, no, everyone don't think Stafford can run, but he made some big runs the other day. So don't discredit my boy Will Art here. And he's got CFL experience. Obviously, he played college ball in the States too, so he plays both type of ball. You'll see that our general manager has a strategy here. If you got NFL style outdoor football as well as Canadian football, and you got talent, you're going to get a shot down here for San Antonio Toros.
Oh, yeah. He's forming that good team. You know what I appreciate about Will is just not the experience and the yards, stats he put up, but also as far as what he brings. He also served as assistant coach.
Good point.
You mentioned he played in the Canadian Football League. So you know what? When we get to that fourth quarter, he's going to have that experience. He's in his 30s now, but he's got a wealth of years experience, not only he's playing, coaching, to bring to the Toros to help us excel, particularly in that critical fourth quarter.
Yeah. Another player, when we talk about history, Kalen Collenbach. This guy was literally born to play for the Toros. Can you believe that?
Absolutely.
Not only is he Puro San Antonio, played 4 years at UTSA, all-conference long snapper, wore number 52. If you look at this graphic here, wore number 52 in college to honor his grandfather, Leo Seitz, because Leo Seitz wore number 52 when he won a championship playing for the San Antonio Toros back in 1969 when they went undefeated. What the heck? How cool is that story? And before I let producer talk, I'm going to let you guys in on another little piece of the story. Leo Seitz was one of my father's high school football coaches, believe it or not. And so here we are in 2025. Somehow I wind up getting to be part of this team, be the team president, be part owner, revitalize professional outdoor football San Antonio. Kid Collenbach reached out to us, says, I want to play for you, and here's why. We immediately jumped on that opportunity. Get to meet his grandpa. We're going to show you some pictures here in a little bit. And then, turns out his grandpa was one of my dad's high school football coaches. I don't even know how you can make that stuff up. People probably don't believe me telling that story, right?
It's a pretty incredible story. I'll say that I got the chance to speak with him and his grandfather. And as I spoke with his grandfather, I noticed this just glimmer in his eye, this love for the Toros, a love for football, and a passion for it. And as I spoke with him, I saw that same thing, that same love for football, that same passion. And so I think this guy is going to be, I think maybe one of his greatest qualities that he's going to bring above all. I'm sure he'll be a great player, maybe potentially leadership, just his passion that he brings because of that history. And I think that could be something significant that could really inspire the Toros.
Yeah. And Kate Collenbach's father was also a coach for O'Connor High School here in San Antonio area for years and years a year. And even some of my buddies going even in, I don't want to put their names out here, but some of my buddies that I hang out with are friends with them as well. And it's just like this crazy small world on how he reached out to us, we just kind of stumbled into it. So it's super cool. Check out this picture here. You got Grandpa up in the top wearing the 52. It's an original picture of the Toros. This is taken in Alamo Stadium. I'm going to tell you, no other team that has part of the Continental Football League or part of any of the last couple of iterations of football here in San Antonio been able to embrace this type of history. Going back to when the Commanders were here, everybody fell in love with Commanders because of how well they marketed and designed and built that team to embrace the culture of San Antonio. But with the Toros, it's there. It was built and designed back in the day. It exists.
50 years ago.
Yeah, all we got to do is not mess it up.
Yeah, yeah. And I will commend everybody, including yourself, for embracing that and including that in what the Toros are now becoming.
Yeah. And stay tuned because we're going to definitely be embracing the history of the Toros in future episodes. We had about 7 former players at our event that these photos here are taken up. So just stick around if you want to know Toros history and if you want to see what's coming in the Toros future. This is the place to get it right here on Toro Talk. What an awesome deal. So wanted to show this picture here. This is also some more of the history. There is a reunion they had in 1999. One of the shirts they had made. There's some more former players there, and there's a picture on the top right corner of Leo Seitz's helmet. So the crazy thing about that helmet is it's split in half, and you might think, did you cut it in half so it could fit in that little shadow box? And in actuality, what happened is he busted it in half, making a tackle. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Got a chance to talk to him about it a little bit.
And in their amazing quote about how that happened and what it was like.
The opposing team basically said, the coach for the opposed team said that they had coached in the NFL and coached college ball at the time and had never heard a hit like that in their life. When I asked Leo Seitz about the hit, he said all he remembered was a loud, big bang, and then the following day. So, I mean, you can just imagine what that kind of hit was like.
Hey, you know what? We advocate for player safety.
Yeah.
We want that, but
Yeah.
isn't that what we love about football?
I mean, I'll tell you
that's
what,
awesome.
The guy's a player. He was also a wrestler and a weightlifter and everything else too. So it's kind of crazy, man, all the stuff. But moving on down the line, we talked a little bit about Will Arndt, and he said he's a little bit older, in his 30s. Well, have no fear. We got the young stud, understudy, what you want to call him, going to come in here and compete for the starting job here in Nate Hayden. The cool thing about Nate Hayden is he's local to San Antonio. He's coaching high school ball right now in San Antonio. Has over 2,200 yards passing and 25 touchdowns. And the coolest thing about him, and I know you're going to touch on it, he has been coached in the past by our own head coach and general manager, Stan Bedwell.
Yeah, absolutely. And so he's already familiar with the system. He's already played within it. But his ability as far as quick reads, post-snap reads, being able to make that accurate throw, crossing routes, things like that. I think he's going to fit very well in the system. And, man, if there's one player that I'm excited to see, of course, what they will bring, I can't wait to see, how he performs.
Yeah, didn't he give you a quote, something like how he's looking forward to getting coached by Coach Bedwell again? Like he's literally followed.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So he relishes the opportunity that he had to play in the past, and looks forward to the opportunity in the future as far as what the Toros will be. But as he played in Florida for Coach Bedwell, that's something that he looks fondly upon, and he's going to bring that experience. Can't wait to see how that turns out, but definitely loves playing for Bedwell.
Yeah, and it's not just offensive guys we're signing down here. We're getting some defensive guys too. So we've got Miko Dotson coming back here to play some DB for us out of Florida State. He's had 9 interceptions in his career there, and he also did some playing with the Houston Texans of the NFL, and he was also with the New Jersey Generals in the USFL. So he's also been in the CFL. So how about that? You guys are seeing the pattern we got going on here. So Miko Dotson's gonna come down here and play some ball for us. Anything on Miko?
Just that he played in a couple of good systems, plenty of tackles, very effective. Can't wait to see what he brings on the defensive side of the ball. But he's going to be one of those players that's definitely going to be impact player.
Impact player. We like to hear those words. We got us a former UIW, Photo San Antonio player, as well as Arkansas Razorback, Micah Smith. Been in and around in professional football, had tons of stats when he played here at UIW. What's something that Mr. Micah Smith was known for when he was playing ball in college?
So he did play for UIW. He also played in the SEC. He played for Arkansas. There he had 39 total tackles in his career with Arkansas. So, SEC defense, this guy's got the experience. Once again, another very effective player that we can't wait to see what kind of impact they bring.
He can really be a leader, not only on our defense, but we're going into these games with a 40-man roster, and so a lot of these players are going to have to be part of the special teams unit as well. And Micah Smith is that Swiss Army knife type guy where he can play DB and also get in there, play some special teams. Even got blocks in college, right, and everything like that.
Yeah, blocks as far as special teams, 14 tackles as well. So he played on that unit as well. Very effective.
Looking forward to seeing him in the Toros brick red out there on the field. Another amazing signing. This guy in San Antonio actually does not need an introduction. He's well known. Chris Carpenter out of UTSA was one of the leading receivers for the Road, actually second leading receiver for the Roadrunners in his senior year at UTSA. He played up in Colorado. He earned all ACC and all Conference USA honors. We're truly happy that he's taking the opportunity and taking the chance to come down here and play for us. What do you think about Chris Carpenter?
You know what impressed me about him? I'm going to say as far as his yards, 10.3 yards per reception throughout his career. So you know what?
Not in for a season, for his career.
For his career, 10.3 yards per reception.
So every time the quarterback throws him the ball, it's a first down.
Oh, absolutely.
So just throw him the ball every play, right?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, as far as a player and the air raid offense, I mean, what a guy to utilize. This is going to be a great offense.
Yeah. Kind of getting close to the end here. We don't want these episodes to go super crazy long, but here's a picture of our event. Look how packed that place is. We had at least a couple hundred people come to the event, meet former players, get swag, buy swag. We sold sweets at this event. I'm gonna get you guys in on a little bit of a secret. We're having ticket sales fixing to drop. We have sweet sales fixing to drop. All that stuff's coming out in the next few weeks, so be ready, watch for that. But when we have these events, there's going to be something special happen at every event. We're not just having an event to have an event. We're giving our fans and Boodle San Antonio football lovers the opportunity to come out and be part of these events. So every event's going to have something special. This event was awesome. This event, we had former players. I'll tell you the next event's going to be pretty daggum cool. I don't want to leak everything coming out there, but if you like cold beer and some good music, I'd recommend being at the next event.
Is that an official hint in some way?
That's all you're getting out of me.
All right.
Look, I know all the details, but that's all you're getting out of me. I don't care how hard you twist my arm, but we're going to be at Sideliners Sports Bar on February 13th, and there's going to be cold beer and good music there. So definitely make sure that you guys come out. And real quick in closing, I just want to say thanks to everybody working their butts off behind the scenes. We got multiple full-time sales staff on board. We got multiple ticket staff on board. We got producer taking care of the snap count and stuff for us. We got our managing partners. I'm going to tell you right now, we're working 7 days a week. We all have regular jobs too, and this is kind of a job out of passion, so to speak. And it's only going to succeed if the people of San Antonio want to jump on board and help us get there. I'll share one more little secret. You'll probably see some stuff coming out on social, but all these signings that we announced here today, if you stuck around and you're still here, you get to know how these player signings work. So we send each player an invite to camp. When they sign that invite to camp, they return that back to Stan Bedwell, myself, and also our chief marketing officer, Ace. We review those. It gets sent to the league. The league then looks at the player, where they're from, where they played, where they should be allocated, because we do have some regional ties down here, and then they give us the final approval. It takes 48 hours from the time that player gives us that paper for us to send it to the league and get final approval. And so once that's done, we can announce the player officially as accepting a camp invite down here to play for San Antonio Toros. And at the time of recording this, we went over, 7 players, but that's not all of them, because some of them are still in the 48-hour process. So watch for us on social media at CFL Toros. More players coming down the line, more events, more fun. Got anything to add to that? Producer, thanks for staying. If you stayed all the way to the end, now you know how long it takes to get approval from the league to sign a player.
Yeah. All I can say is that, through this process, I'm a little bit more on the outside of it. But kind of seeing...
You're literally sitting in here with me. What are you talking about?
Well, just watching everything that you and the rest of the ownership group go through, signing players, what Coach Bagwell's doing, everything that's involved. I've just been extremely impressed with it. And I don't know how other leagues are operated, but I think this is top notch. The effort that's put forth, the city of San Antonio should be extremely grateful to have the Toros. We can all be proud of the effort, time, attention to detail that this organization's putting forth. I think it's going to be an amazing on-field product.
No better way to end it. Let's get out of here with a Vamos Toros, baby. Let's go.